should be equal in their uniform dress code. I will present to you my beliefs of how the uniform dress code should be at CHS and why I think it is unfair, in an attempt to get you to realize that it needs to be changed. The poor stand out, and that isn't fair. The uniform needs to be changed. I have interviewed a student from CHS, a concerned citizen, and obtained information from CHS's website. I will tell you how the present uniform is discriminatory to the poor students, how to change the uniform for equality, and how CHS can take action to change the dress code. Now that I have established the problem, it is time to go into detail. Discrimination against the poor students. In my interview with Taylor Jordan, a senior at CHS, I asked her, "Do you think that the school uniform is a good idea?" She said, and I quote, "I like the idea, but the idea behind the uniform was to make everyone equal. But in my case, it made the poor kids stand out." This is what she means by the poor stand out. These are the cheaper brands of the uniform shirts that they can wear, and these are the name brands. The name brands have more shape to them, and they just fit better, and the cheap uniforms have straight cut, no curve to them, and they are just cheaper material. What CHS's uniform is now, while researching CHS's website, I came across a post by Anita Wilson, principal of CHS, posted September 4, 2013, and I quote, "Lower body wear can be any solid color except red. Upper body wear can be any shirt with a collar that is a solid color except red or navy." Also in my interview with Taylor Jordan, I asked her, "Do you think that the school uniform limits students in any way, and how?" Her response was, "Just in how judgmental people can be, and if you don't have the super nice clothes. Changing the uniform code to make everyone equal. It should be mandatory to order the uniform available for each gender out of the catalog." In my interview with Lori Daniel, a concerned citizen, I asked her what her overall opinion is about this proposed school uniform. She said, and I quote, "I think it's a good idea as long as everyone is required to order from the catalog, and they can personalize with accessories. CHS helps fund polos for students whose family can't afford uniforms, so that should stay the same with the new uniform." In my solution for this problem, the school board would determine the look of the uniforms and the price, and have accessories available to buy to personalize their look. I think the school uniform should look like this. It should be similar to one of these outfits. They just look more formal and more professional. The students of CHS should be allowed to accessorize with appropriate accessories to show their personality. I hope I have made it clear that CHS's uniforms are discriminatory to the poor and how it needs to be changed so that all students truly are equal. Now let's move on to how we can get CHS to take action. If they started now through the summer, I'm sure it would be ready by next school year. The school board would be the one to find the fair price that everyone could afford. They will settle on an outfit for each gender and the accessories that are in the catalog. Once everything is in place, they would start the new uniforms the following school year. There would be no tolerance for anything other than the uniform and accessories. The school should start a fund from the profit of the sales for the future use to defray the cost for families of lower income. In conclusion, now that I have summed up the problem, suggested a solution, and a plan of action, I would hope you all realize that the equality in uniforms for all students is a must-have. I have presented to you my beliefs of how the uniform dress code should be at CHS, and and why I think it is unfair, an attempt to get you to realize that it needs to be changed. I would like you to remember my three main points. The present uniform is discriminatory to the poor students, how to change the uniform for equality, and how CHS can take action in the matter. Would you want your child to be equal with the rest of the students? I know I would. Thank you for all being here and considering what I'm asking.